Tessa's bladder was full when they entered the manor, but she didn't use the toilet then. Now the urge was strong and her bladder muscles responded instantly. They relaxed and a stream of pee soaked her diaper. "Me wet," she announced as innocently as before and didn't care about it. Suddenly Diane realized that they should continue. There was another door in front of them and Diane opened it, however she hardly reached the handle. As they passed the door, it closed and there was no handle on the other side. The group found itself in a long corridor with doors on both sides. There were labels next to the doors and Daniel tried to read them. Me, not, read. He was a bit taken aback but he didn't care, just like a real toddler would do. He didn't hesitate and opened the first door on his left. He spotted a large library. An older lady was sitting behind a counter and she stopped him immediately. "Hey, what do you want here?" "This is a library. Can you read?" Daniel shook his head, stepped back and closed the door. He opened the next door and spotted a storeroom. The shelves on the back wall were stocked by food, drinks and diapers. The next room was a surprise. It was a large hall. There were tables and chests along the walls and a lot of different items spread on the floor and on the tables. Diane was quite curious and tried to open some chests. They were either locked or empty. Me, afraid, Tessie suddenly got an unpleasant feeling and hurried up back to the door. The rest of the group followed her and they opened another door on the opposite wall. "Welcome to the Toddler Manor," a little girl was standing near the door. "What, Toddler Manor?" Thomas was surprised and stared at the girl. "Who you?" "I am Susie and this is Eric," the girl pointed at a small boy. "You are new here, isn't you?" "Yeah, new," Diane nodded. "If you need a diaper change, go to the nurse over there," Susan pointed at another door on their right. "You find food, drinks and diapers in the storeroom across the corridor." "Thanks," Tessie smiled at Susie. Daniel also smiled at Susan and Eric. He somehow liked the place but deep in his mind he felt that something was wrong. They were new here but how did they get into the manor? His thoughts were interrupted by a pressure in his bladder. He instinctively relaxed the muscles and flooded his diaper. However he ignored it for that moment and turned to Eric. "How we get? How we leave? Go to the library and you find everything there. We, not, read. Go to the challenge room and get the smart elixir. You will learn reading and proper speech." Chow. Daniel was confused. He didn't understand the strange word. The large hall across the corridor. Search the chests but be careful. There could be surprises inside.